Week 29, starting the week with preparing the bikepacking trip on Sunday. So here you can see a frame bag, front bag, and a saddle bag that I attached to my racing bike. And here we're cycling with my girlfriend from The Hague to Ispos. Our first stop was in Rotterdam at Harvest Cafe and Bakery, where we had a coffee and these delicious croissants. They were a little expensive, but extremely good. Then we cycled over the Erasmus Bridge. From Rotterdam, we went straight to Dordrecht. There we had to take a ferry to cross the water and set up our tent at the camping that I found. So here's me setting up the tent, which is quite an easy tent to set up, which I also used for my other bikepacking trip to Berlin a year ago. Everything was great until I think this moment, and then afterwards, when we are cycling to the village nearby to get some food, there is where everything kind of went to shit a little bit. So I got a flat tire. Got two flat tires actually that day. A man from the village nearby helped me, which was really helpful, really nice for him. But more about that later. And the night was really beautiful. And the next day we went to cycle back. So here I have a new tire actually, which I got from the man. So the trip back as well. So here you can see the commute. We're starting at this camping in Bispels, then through Dordrecht, Ridderkerk, next to Delft-Gouw, and then The Hague. So this is on the way back with the ferry as well again. And here is a video of me laughing, but I think 10 seconds later I had a flat tire again, and luckily someone else had an inner tire at this cafe. So they gave it to me and we were able to go on our way. Then we took another ferry, I think in Zwijndrecht, and then cycled back home, crossing the Feyenoord Stadium. That evening we had a dinner and then bought some fruits, just chilled. I also received this cap from Rode because it took them 2 months to send this spare part to me. Not sure what I'm going to do with the cap, but that's another thing. And then this is on a Tuesday evening, where I was invited because I did a podcast for ABN AMRO, which I will share on my socials soon. To visit a Coldplay concert in a Skybox, which was an insane experience, and the whole show was insanely nice. We got those wristbands that you just saw. First I thought it was a bit tacky, but to be honest it was really nice to have a whole light show with everyone wearing these lights, which you'll see in a second. Overall, a really insanely good production. It was a very nice experience to be there. So here's one last shot from the Skybox towards the end of the show. Went back, next day went to the gym, so here I'm walking back from the gym. And of course making a coffee, and then on a Wednesday I had to be in the evening back in Amsterdam again because he organized a music quiz / his birthday, even though it was not his birthday, but still. And then there was music, we danced a bit, we did a music quiz. So he won these beautiful Buongiorno slides. Very proud, of course. And then the next day, back at making food. This is my girlfriend with her Apple Watch, which she's been using a lot, and she's been tracking everything, so even the quick walks outside. And then, believe it or not, again, I think this is on a Friday evening back in Amsterdam at Tonton Club, where I met with some friends from work and some ex-colleagues. And some nice food, drinks, played a few games, or actually not too many. And that was basically it. So again, back to making coffee. And then in the weekends, I went to my parents, and here is the barbershop of my cousin. My little cousin opened a barbershop in the east of the Netherlands, so I visited that. And then I cycled back home. Short week that mostly was about the bikepacking trip, Coldplay, and visiting Amsterdam twice this week, and ending the week with this delicious Adana kebab. Ciao ciao, bye bye.